Blessed Rising Soul Family. Greetings to you all my beautiful kings and queens, gods and goddesses, empress and empresses. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, this is Soul Family Oracle. I deliver messages from the divine, the depth of our soul, our spirit guides and our ancestors. And if you're returning as always, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your support and all that you continue to do for the channel. Thank you so much. So today's message basically says that get moving on your dreams. Get moving on your dreams because your path has been cleared. Get moving on your dreams because your path has been cleared. And before I continue the message, if you wanted the ancestral healing and veneration work, you can check the description in the links in the description of the channel. You will find it there, and it will lead you to the file where you can view and actually read everything and go back to it and check, because I've had some people messaging me asking me how they can access it. That's how you can access it. Just go into the link and it will lead you right to it. Now, today's message says that get moving on your dreams because your path has been cleared. Get moving on your dreams because your path has been cleared. I don't know who needs to know this, but whatever it is that has been confirmed to you as part of the dreams that you're meant to be following or pursuing, it's time to actually get moving on them if you're not already actively moving on them or working on moving on them. And a lot of you, for whatever this dream or thing is that is on your heart or was put on your heart, I was getting for some of you, it was something that you had to put to the side for a while, or maybe for some reason you had to take a pause from it, or you were actually trying to figure out if it was really what was put on your heart or what you wanted to do. And you have received that confirmation, or like through different processes and circumstances, it came to you over and over again as if like it was the one thing that kept coming back to you. It was the one thing that your heart kept leading you to, or it was the one thing that kept bringing you joy or happiness, fulfillment of some sort. And the divine is saying, get moving on those dreams, get moving on those plans because your path has been cleared. Whereas maybe before there was some kind of like delays and all those things because things were being aligned. Now the path has been cleared. For some of you, it was because there was the wrong people in your energy. It was because you were in the wrong places. You were in the wrong vicinities. You were surrounded by the wrong energies. And so a lot of these things had to be delayed. Because you yourself hadn't become, because you were around the wrong people. For some of you, it was because you weren't an energetic match for that thing. Even though it was something that was on your heart. Hold on one second, guys. Even though it was something on your heart or something that you had received guidance or confirmation from the divine that it was meant to be that thing or part of those things that bring you fulfillment. Or for some of you, helps you to feel fulfilled in your life's purpose, or like guides you to your life's purpose. Okay. And so you had to become an energetic alignment to it, in the sense that you had to be prepped. You had to come into that energy of the person that was already in that energy, or deserved that, or had that. And now you have become that. For a lot of you, you've had a lot of dreams or a lot of things on your mind, but there's been a lot of different things that kept holding you back. And so it's like you put all the focus on dealing with yourself. You put all the focus on aligning with the energy of what you were wanting. I'm hearing confusion. It's like for a lot of you, it was even like confusion about what you wanted to do. 0404 on the timer. It was like confusion about what you wanted to do, or who you were becoming, or who you wanted to become. Because I feel like this could have been for some of you the point where you had just awakened to who you truly were, or the point where you were awakening to your spiritual nature. And so there could have been some kind of conflict in where you were then, or who you thought you were and who you actually were. For some of you, it was more like who you were becoming versus who you were at that time. And this is not necessarily because you were in a low vibrational state or you didn't know who you were. Even when you come into the awareness of who you are, or who you're supposed to become, or who you're meant to be, sometimes it takes, even in that point, it still takes a lot of work to align with that energy. It takes a lot of work to align with that energy. And during that process, we go through a lot. There's a lot of doubts. There's a lot of, self-love work that we need to do. There's a lot of imposter syndrome that comes up to try and make you feel like you are not that person and that you're something else. And so it's like the aligning with that energy, becoming an energetic match to that thing was very, very important in order for you to what? Receive it. In order for the doors to be open, because it wasn't just about the opportunities coming. It was about you also being able to what? Grab those opportunities and actually make them into fruitful opportunities, because not every opportunity is fruitful. So whereas there could have been opportunities or things that seem like, oh, this was an opportunity or I have a chance to do this, those were not exactly right for you, because you could have taken on those opportunities and it wouldn't have been fruitful because you were not an energetic match to it. And so for some of you, the main focus of the work has been what? Alignment, aligning and becoming an energetic match. And so it's like now you have done that and the divine is saying, it's time. It's time for you to get moving on these dreams. It's time for you to get moving on these plans, to make those goals, because you have what? You have become an energetic match to these things. And so the path has been cleared, because for some of you, the only thing that was standing in your way was yourself. The other day I was on the road, I was in an Uber on the road, and no, it was actually a taxi. It was a shared taxi, yeah. And we passed by this washing bay, like a car wash, and they had a new sign that said, balancing and alignment now available. It said balancing and alignment now available. And as soon as I saw the sign, I just smiled, and Spirit was like, that's you right there. That's you right there. So for some of you, all that was really left was for you to balance the energy and fall in alignment. For some of you, what was needed for you to fall in alignment was balance. And a lot of work, you've put in a lot of work to do this. You've put in a lot of work to align your energy and to balance out your energies. For some of you, your main blockage was the fact that you were operating from one side instead of the essence of duality. You were trying to stick to one side, or you were trying to be something that was literally causing some kind of rigidity in your energy. It wasn't allowing a free flow of your energy, of your creative abilities, also because you were trying to fit yourself into one side. And now, as you were flowing, as you're falling into balance and have understood more the duality and the importance of the duality, it's you are allowing yourself to flow. And this is what has aligned you. Because now you have falling in alignment with those things that are your dreams, or those things that will bring you fulfillment. Those things that you consider to be desires, or those things that you consider to be divinely guided by the Most High. For some of you, this is because whatever this is, it was a co-creation between you and the divine. This is something that it needed to be a collaboration. This is something that needed to be a collaboration between you and the divine. So it's this co-creation process, you had to learn to surrender. For some of you, that was your biggest issue. That was the biggest problem for you. It's the one thing that was left for you to do or to deal with, or one blockage that was left in order for you to really follow your purpose, or just have the doors opened, was for you to surrender. And why? Because whatever this thing is, it's it heavily is a co-creation with Spirit. And I feel this part of the surrender is giving me heavily the energy also of something to do with your life's purpose. So for some of you, you were holding on to one thing that you thought was your life's purpose, or you were holding on to one thing that you thought is what you needed, or what was bringing you fulfillment, or whatever it is. And you may have put a lot of work and dedication into this one thing, or this thing, whatever it is, because you were so sure that this is what you wanted to do, or this is what the divine was guiding you to do. And then somewhere along the lines, things started to change. For some of you, it could have been just like you losing a job just like that. And it's like all of a sudden your whole world comes to a pause and it's like, wait, this is all I've known. What am I supposed to do now? Or this is all I've known. I have no other option. I had no other plan. I don't have a backup plan or a plan B. I don't have anything. And this was because the divine was trying to redirect you to your actual course, because the path that you were on, or this purpose that you were on, or whatever it is that you thought was your purpose, was chosen as your purpose, or was chosen by you because it brought you some level of fulfillment at some point in your life. It brought you some level of security and safety at some point in your life. And as you outgrew that energy, it's like the divine was like, I need you to stand on your own and to surrender to the change that's happening. To let go of those things that you used to that made you feel like this is what you needed, or this is what your purpose was, or this is what fulfillment was to you. And in that surrender, I am truly going to show you what you're about. In that surrender, I am truly going to show you what it is that your purpose is. And for some of you, this is exactly what you've done. For some of you, this surrender has led you to exactly what the co-creation with the divine was supposed to be, because now the divine is literally creating through you what was meant to come to be, which is your purpose. So for some of you, it's like whatever this thing is that the divine is guiding you on is something that has it's something that has actually taken time to build in the ethers. It's like it's been a lot of different things that have been coming into play for this to come to pass, or for this to come through. And for some of you, you might still just be waiting. Like, if you're waiting for some kind of confirmation, if you're waiting for some kind of a sign, this is one of those. Now go ahead and ask for another one so that you can get all the confirmation you need to make that move on whatever it is that the divine is putting on your heart or has put on your heart. Because for some of you, again, with the surrender, this is something that is meant to be a co-creation with spirit, like an active co-creation with the divine, where you are like actively bringing something down from the ethers, like whether it's information or guidance or knowledge, but it's like the divine is needing to create something through you. It's needing to bring something up into the world through you. This is bringing up that message I did about like the universe is trying to birth a new creation through you. And it's exactly 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. Guys, I want to write this down. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 12:34 minutes. So in that message, it was saying that the universe is birthing a whole new creation through you. Okay? And it was highlighting how for some that message was for. It was like there's something that is coming about that is meant to be a groundbreaking thing, whether it's an invention, whether it's some kind of policy, whether it's some kind of rights, just something, some kind of creation. And you were the one that was bringing that creation into the physical reality. So this is just like I was saying, is with some of you, the surrender that you needed to do was because there's a co-creation that is happening where you are the channel. You are the channel. You are the vessel. So it's like you had to become a willing vessel to surrender the vessel. And so now it's like the divine is like, thank you for surrendering. Let's go ahead and create. Let's go ahead and create. So for some of you, it's going to be like you just come out of school. It's going to be like you've just come out of school and you've gotten your dream job that you wanted to get after school, and you feel like you're feeling fulfilled. But this is something that already happened at some point in your life, but it didn't give you that same vibe or that same energy, because it was a very different period. Because that was all part of the period where you were still learning and still growing. For some of you, it was because there had been different attacks, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Ooh. 1 second, guys. Yeah. And so, I was saying, I had to get some water. I was saying, for some of you, The various things that were in the way, or what was the blockages, or the things that had to be released or removed, were attacks, psychic attacks and spiritual attacks, emotional attacks, and all forms of attacks from different places, attacking your progress, attacking your health, attacking your mind, attacking your business, attacking your family, attacking your social life. But a lot of different attacks that have tried to slow you down, or have tried to derail you from falling in alignment with what your purpose is, or falling in alignment with the thing that was meant to bring you fulfillment. And so there was a lot of work that had to be done in the background, whether by the divine, in sense of like your spirit team, or your ancestors, or the big God. You understand? And it's like, for some of you, wow. For some of you, a lot of these things had you stagnant for quite a while. Like a lot of these things, like attacks, they got you stagnant for quite a while. Some of you, this was in a way where it's like your mind was just stuck in this energy of like feeling stuck. Almost like you had a mental fog over your mind, and you didn't exactly have mental clarity to move forward in the direction that you needed to move forward in. For some of you, it was just like creating a lot of confusion, clouding your judgment, and clouding your third eye, not allowing you to see forward movement, like how you were supposed to be moving forward. For some of you, just literally, I'm hearing dumbing down. For some of you, dumbing you down, and also numbing you down, dumbing down and numbing you down. Dumbing down and numbing you down. The dumbing down, for some of you, it was a lot of different things that were in your way that you actually thought was good for you, but was not for you. And these things were put in your way to kind of like dumb you down, or to stop you from awakening, or to stop you from gaining higher wisdom, or higher knowledge, or higher insight, right? So this could have been situations or conditions or groups and things like that caused you to not operate from your own senses, like caused you to depend on other people's senses. So for some of you, you could have actually been in a group. And I'm hearing for somebody like a cult. For some of you, somebody could have been in like some kind of a coven or something, where everything that you were doing was guided by the group, as in like everything had to be like a group decision, or you couldn't exactly practice your own spirituality, or like do what you wanted to do, because you had to do things according to what the group wanted, or whether what a leader wanted, or whether some kind of group leader, something of the sort. And so this is becoming very specific. For whoever this specific one is, it's like you got yourself out of it, but it came with a lot of attacks. You didn't just get out, or you weren't just able to like, oh, I'm done, I'm out. It's like you came out of it, but it took you a fight. It took a fight for you to like fully release yourself from it. Like it took a fight for you to free yourself from that energy. And that fight came with a lot of attacks. Attacking your money and your finances, attacking your mind and your mental stability, attacking your security. I'm hearing also the solar plexus. For somebody, your solar plexus was under attack for a long time. And this was affecting your social life. This was affecting your general energy and how you were able to like express yourself and come out. Okay, so for some of you, I'm hearing being in hiding. It's almost like they wanted you to be in hiding. They wanted you to be in hiding, like to stop you from coming out and being yourself, showing yourself, and actually putting yourself out there. Okay, so for some of you, a lot of the attacks that you went through was just meant to kind of like cripple you in the social sense, where you don't allow yourself to come out and excel. And this is where the dumbing down comes in. It's like, for some of you, it was like these attacks were being sent to block you from intelligence, like to block you from becoming intelligence, or like, I don't know how to put it, from becoming great, basically. From becoming great. And the divine is saying, it's like right now in this time, your path has been cleared. The path has been cleared. Whatever was obstacles, it's been removed. Whatever was attacks, they've been dealt with. Whatever was personal to you, where you yourself needed balancing and alignment, you've done that. And unless you haven't done that, that's why we say take only will resonate. If the message is yours, you know if it's yours, and if it's not yours, don't make it stick. Know where you are on your spiritual journey. So I feel like this message is coming through to tell somebody that whatever was you thought were obstacles for you before are not obstacles anymore. The things that used to be in your way, the things that used to be delays, the things that used to be obstacles, the things that used to be attacks are not anymore. These things have been removed, and right now you have the go ahead 2020 on the timer to what? To move forward. To move forward with your plans, to move forward with your dreams. What are those dreams? For some of you, these dreams are things that you had to disconnect from because you had to dedicate yourself to some kind of responsibility. This could have been parenting. For some of you, you had to become a single parent, and that meant you had to give up a lot of your dreams in order to what? Fulfill the role of a single parent. And it's like now you've gotten to a point where you can start to explore those things or explore that side of you again, but somehow you might be in this energy of like, oh, will I be able to do that? It's been so long, or it's been just too long. And the divine is like, don't be in your own way. Don't be your own blockage. Allow yourself to explore yourself again. And what's going to happen is that if those old things do not align with you anymore, they're going to open up the way for you to align with the new things that are going to eventually now become a part of the things that would fulfill you. So I feel like this is really like a call for somebody to like step into this energy of like manifesting and being the co-creator of your life, taking full control of the opportunities that are coming to you so that you can make them fruitful. So that you can make them fruitful. For some of you, it used to be people that were around you and places that you were in. And those people have been removed from your energy, or you have been removed from those places. For some of you, the things that were causing you delays, or the things that were the blockages, were the things that you yourself were allowing to sabotage you, let me say. The things that you were allowing to sabotage you. And for some, it was because you wanted to exert this energy of like just operating from a place of love and light. And this is where the balance comes in. You had to learn a certain level of balance. You had to understand that balance is not just one-sided. The balance is the equal exercise of both sides, of both light and shadow. So I feel like this message is really just this. Whatever it is that those plans are, whatever it is that you put or scribbled down some time ago as part of what you wanted to do, it's time to revisit those things. It's time to revisit those plans and to solidify them. It's time to go over them again and to take out what no longer aligns, put in what now fits, or to follow what was already there that is actually in alignment. There's nothing that is in your way right now. Everything has been cleared. The path has been cleared for you to move forward, to be successful. The path has been cleared for you to receive these opportunities and to be able to make them fruitful. And so right now, the only thing that's left is to take a chance on yourself. The only thing that's left right now is for you to take a chance on yourself. It's for you to go ahead and start to execute those things, or start to put yourself into that energy of being that person, of walking in that energy. For some of you, all you're needing to do really is to take a chance on yourself. It's like you will take a chance on everything and anybody and everybody as long as, they have a good idea. And right now the divine is like, take yourself on, put yourself on, give yourself that chance, take a chance on yourself. Allow yourself to surprise yourself. For some of you, you really have no idea what is within you that you're being called to create. You feel like it's some level of greatness that you are about to be, or you are being called to step in, but you really have no idea how big this level of greatness is. Because for a lot of you, these things that you're being called to do, these dreams and stuff that you're being called to fulfill, it might look to you today like just a dream or, just a path I'm being guided on. But these are things that are going to be literally healing the masses. These are going to be awakening and enlightening people. What might seem to you like a very small dream, or what might seem to you like a very small project, holds such weight because it's coming from a very, very deep place within you. And that deep place within you is embedded with the energy of your origins, and your origins stand for light. Which means that even the smallest things that you do, like what you see as like, oh, this is so insignificant, or this is just a hobby because I love nature, or this is just a hobby because I love plants and I love animals, is something that can grow to heal so many and inspire so many more. So even where you might be thinking like, oh, this is something very small scale, I want to do this very small scale, it's going to reach certain people that are inspired to do it on a bigger scale. So what is a small idea to you, or what is a small scale for you, is what is going to open somebody's eye to do it big, or to do it on a bigger scale. And another thing also is not to worry if you feel like what you need to do or what you're being guided to do doesn't make an impact, or if you feel like it's not making an impact in the way that you think it should or needs to be. And this could be because you're used to a certain way of doing things. Like you're used to a certain way of operating, or a certain way of expressing your gift. And the divine is saying, it's time for something new. And that something new is not exactly new. It's something that you've already done before, but it's like you're being called to express it in a different way, or to operate in a different way, or deliver in a different way. Because there's a lot that has changed with you, a lot that has changed with your energy. And this alignment is calling for this. And for a lot of you, what this alignment is calling for is just a piece of paper and a pen. What this alignment is calling for is just a piece of paper and a pen, where you've written down, or are writing your goals, are writing your dreams, and are writing some practical steps of how you want to achieve them, or how you're going to achieve them. So I feel like for a lot of you, there are things that you already put down, or there are things that are coming to you to put down. So you should get a notepad if you don't already have like a notepad for stuff like that. Or if it's a piece of paper you can get, to just make sure you're keeping track of them. Date them, number them, put down what it is that's coming to you, and put down some action plans, or set some goals on how you can achieve those things. Because these things are not coming they're not coming for no reason. And for a lot of you, these are things that you've been praying on. These are things that you've been wishing on. These are things that you had to let go at some point, and have now finally been able to come back around to it. And the divine is saying, the time may have not been right then, but it's right now. There may have been a lot of things in your way then, but there's nothing in your way now. There may have been a lot of people holding you back then, but nobody is holding you back now. And if you're in this energy where you feel like there's something still holding you back, address it and put it out to your spirit team, whether it's a cleansing you need, or some kind of protection you need, or you're just needing to bless yourself so you can get that done and allow yourself to free flow with this energy. Free flow with this energy, because I feel like that's another thing that's going to be required. Free flowing, going with the flow. And this brings me to one of my affirmations that I haven't been using these days. So yeah, that's a sign for me to go back to it. And it says that I am grateful to be in alignment with my higher self. I am grateful to be walking in alignment with my higher self. I am grateful to be living in alignment with my higher self. Affirming this is like saying, I walk in alignment with my higher self. It's like I am already in the energy of my higher self. I am already walking as my higher self. So I feel like with this free flowing, if you're struggling with actually seeing what the opportunities are that have been presented to you, or what your options are, or if you're struggling to see what the way forward is, okay, I would really advise, all the guidance here is that you start to do certain things, or you start to create personal affirmations, okay? that you are going to use to align yourself or to tune your energy. Because for some of you, I feel like this is not because like you are in a low vibration, or this is not because you are not in alignment. No, it's just like the residue of just simple little things like doubts that you face and disappointment and uncertainties and little fears because you're stepping into the unknown is what is bringing about this energy. It's not exactly because you are not in alignment or no. So for anybody that this particular part resonates with, just your usual, if you're feeling like there's some clarity that you're needing or you're not seeing your way forward, do your cleanses, smudge yourself, use some Palo Santo to cleanse out your aura and to, meditate with, so that you can clear your mind. Do some breath work to recenter yourself, okay, so that you can receive guidance on where you're needing to go next or what you're needing to do next. Go out and ground yourself, connect with nature and ask for what? The energies that have remained stagnant within you, or energies that are not free flowing within you, to what? Free flow. You can use breath work to also do that. You can use breath work to allow the free flow of energy within you. So if you feel like, especially within your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, this is the point where free flowing for creative abilities and for action lies. So you might, I don't know, if you're dealing with something to do with your solar plexus chakra, you can do breath work with your palms on your solar plexus chakra. So you just put your palms on your solar plexus chakra, which is like at the center of your belly. Okay, like in between your belly button and like your chest. Okay, so it's like in the center of your belly. And just put both hands on it. Put the left hand first and then put the right hand over it and just breathe. So it's just basically like, you do this breathing like just like a few times. So 3 sets. That's like 9 times or 12 times for 4 sets. And then you now come and use the affirmation whilst you're breathing. And then when you're using the affirmations whilst you're breathing, you breathe slower. You breathe slower. And then you can just visualize the free flow of the energy. So it's like an intake of the energy coming in and then kind of like flowing within your solar plexus and then flowing back out. This is not like an intake. It's like an intake and an outtake. It's like you take in to kind of like rinse in and then pour back out, something of the sort. So I just felt like I needed to add that. I wish it could have been visual so I can demonstrate it, but it's going to be part of the things that I'm going to be working on, how to create more content, like more visual content where I can demonstrate and show how to do specific things. And I feel like that's going to be part of the Patreon. Even though I won't lie to you guys, like the Patreon, I've been hesitant about it because I don't like the idea of having to, the idea of certain people that might not be able to join because they can't actually like afford to join a Patreon membership. But at the same time, also, I understand the importance of the membership. And even though not everybody might be into the idea of paying for a membership to join something like this, unfortunately, some that are actually interested might be the ones that we don't want. But it's like, I don't know how else I'm going to regulate that. So, yeah. And also, I've noticed some people asking about personal readings in the comment. Everything you need to know is in the description box. So guys, please bear with me. Sometimes I won't see some messages till weeks later because I don't have like a constant thing sending me notifications about messages. But if you're looking for something like the readings and stuff like that, please go to the links in the description box. Come on, guys, you understand? So you can find all that information there. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can check the reading section on the website to find which reading suits you. Okay. And again, all the information is in the description box. So sometimes it's a bit frustrating, like seeing messages weeks later when you are actually commenting, a whole line where you could have just checked the description box after I've said in the video that it's in the description box. So please bear with me. I won't be able to reply certain messages in time because I see them later. But when you're looking for certain information on what I do, you can find it in the description box. Okay. And yeah, pardon all the messages or all the inquiries that got late responses. All right, guys. So this is why I'm going to leave this message. But as always, please listen with discernment. Take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if the message resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe to help us reach even more of our soul tribe. Have a blessed day, guys.